Everton have been referred to an independent commission by the Premier League over alleged breach of financial fair play rules. Let's get more on this now with our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, joins us. Crookie, good afternoon.
Crookie Monster.
Crookie, good afternoon. Crookie Monster.
Good afternoon, you well?
We're good. There's a horrible echo. Let's hope it's gone now. No, it's still there. I'll ask the question and then you can answer it. Let's try and not cross over each other. Can you tell us more on this? I know the Premier League did not actually specify in their statement the specifics of the club's rule breach, but, I mean, this could be horrific for the club, couldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly could be. First and foremost, I don't think it's a huge surprise because we know that Everton have been treading a very fine line when it comes to FFP for some time now. Simon Jordan on his programme with Jim White has been highlighting that, but as you say, that the Premier League have released a statement confirming that Everton have been charged with an alleged breach of their financial fair play rules in relation to spending for last season. What's interesting about this is the charge has come about after a long investigation which actually began when Burnley and Leeds jointly wrote to the Premier League in May to question whether Everton had broken those financial rules. They recorded losses, we understand, around about £372 million over the last 3 years. Under FFP rules, the maximum amount of money that clubs can lose over that period is £105 million. So that would suggest that Everton have gone quite a way above that. I think what's also interesting, this is the same charge that has been levelled at Manchester City. We're expecting that to go on for some time because Manchester City will challenge the charge. They'll go down all the legal avenues to try and get off that charge. I would imagine that Everton will do the same. So I think for any supporter of a relegation rival, a Southampton, a Bournemouth or a Leeds who are hoping, well, maybe this might mean a points deduction this season and therefore Everton are relegated, I would imagine they would be disappointed. But what is interesting is the fact that Burnley were one of the clubs who first raised this issue. Of course, they have been relegated. That's hit them financially. If Everton are found guilty, I would imagine there could be all kinds of ramifications from the club at Turf Moor.
Okay. I guess it's just one of those things we're going to have to, until we get more information, that's really all we can go with at the moment, Crookie.
Yeah, you're right. Everton haven't released a statement yet. I would imagine they will, and much like when Manchester City were charged, they will deny any wrongdoing, they will protest their innocence, and they will say that they will fight this charge. But it is a really interesting development. As I say, I think it's probably come too late to have any kind of detrimental effect for Everton this season, but it just sums up, doesn't it? What dire straits financially the club are in. We know they've got plans to move to a new stadium. We know that recent managers, including Frank Lampard himself, were hamstrung by the fact they had to really rein in their spending. So this has been coming for a number of years, and I think it's alarming, really, that a club in the richest and the best league in the world can get themselves into such financial turmoil.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein, Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.